Hey, what's going on, guys? Sample Halo 246 here with just a quick tip video on the skydive career missions in Flight Sim 2024. I initially struggled a lot with getting the execution time and that so coveted S rank in the skydive missions, and that's what this video is going to show you today. The end-all be-all secret, if you want to figure it out in the first 30 seconds. Push the aircraft's V&E speed as high as you can without going over that V&E, but we'll walk through the whole mission here in just a moment. So we're going to set our altitude hold to 10,800. Flight director on, and then I didn't even move, but okay. God, I love this. I love the campaign missions. Anyway, we're going to go to a nav hold. Our GPS is already pre-programmed. And we're going to set a flight level change speed to 74 knots, the best climb speed for the 172. We'll go park brake off, and I guess since we're taking off now, we'll just announce. Here's our rotation speed, and I'm going to immediately start following the flight director. Do not follow. No. Okay, 129.
I'm monitoring everything from here for you anyway. Enjoy the ride. Happy landings, everyone.
So we're going to turn our heading bug to 129 knots. Or sorry, heading 129 magnetic. Let the airplane keep flying itself. And you'll see that I'm completely and totally off of the markers that Flight Sim wants me to take. We're not going to follow those right now. We'll come back to them later. But for now, I'm going to let the aircraft follow its GPS at a climb rate. Shut up, Shelly. I'm going to talk over you, Shelly. So anyway, we're going to climb at 174 knots, and we're going to throttle back to 2400 RPM. And then if you don't have auto mixture enabled like I don't, make sure that as you climb, you roll your mixture out to keep the airplane lean and maintain 2400 RPM. So we're going to keep this climb out here going, let the aircraft follow its GPS. We're going to start a left-hand turn here. The aircraft is going to start a left-hand turn here. And we're going to just follow this racetrack, and eventually it'll spit us out on the other side of the airfield, where we're going to follow that track. The GPS will go into a suspend mode and just hold that heading on the final leg out here. And we'll take that leg for approximately 3.5, maybe 4 nautical miles as we climb. We're going to be altitude dependent on our turnaround when we turn around as compared to distance. So I will check back with you guys once we are further along on our climb. Alright, we're going to go ahead and push the 2 minutes before jump announcement. Granted, we're not jumping in 2 minutes. We're 10 nautical miles away from the jump run. I don't understand why it is saying that. Maybe it has to do with the flight path over there. We're going to turn the flight path back on. We're going to go to a heading hold of 129 degrees like we pre-programmed. I was kind of hoping the aircraft would turn left, but it makes sense that we're making a right turn. And I'm actually going to correct right because I want to get onto this flight path now. So we're going to go right to 155. We're obviously above the flight path now. That's not going to matter in the after action report. We'll get lined up on this jump axis approach, 10 nautical miles out. Still climbing at 75 knots indicated. To keep climbing to 10,800. We'll dial our speed back to 72 knots indicated. Keep dialing back our mixture. Maintain 2,400 RPM on our engine. Because the goal here is speed. We want to get to the jump zone as quickly as possible. Alright, we're a nautical mile out from our drop zone. I'm going to drop our altitude to 10,500 feet with a vertical speed of minus 500 feet per minute. And we'll go ahead and start dropping our speed. $10,700 dialed in. We'll start slowing down. Lined up. In the jump zone. And we're in the entry gate now. And then all we need to do, because we've got our autopilot set, is to maintain under 72 knots with our throttle. I love how they clip through the landing gear. Watch. Clip. Man, these missions are grindy. And, kind of poorly done. It's all, synthesized voice. Alright, let's call jumpers clear. And as soon as we do that, we're going to turn off the autopilot, roll engine to idle.
Great job. Can't wait to get the guys' feedback.
And then we need to hightail it back to the ground. You can use the little visual markers if you would like to navigate to your final approach, but we are going to push this little 172 for all it's got. Right up to, but not exceeding our VNE. All right, we'll start steep turn number 1 here, level out the aircraft back to the green arc. Maneuvering speed as labeled on the plaque there is 105 knots. I'm just going to come down to the green arc sub 125. Do a 180-degree turn. Level back out. Start our aggressive descent again, because I don't want to get too far from the airfield. Wait till we're about a nautical mile out from the final approach apron. 2,000 feet. Start leveling off. There's 130, 125, steep turn. And we're below our VFE 10, so we'll throw in 10 degrees of flaps. We are going to be taking runway 18 today. Landing light can come on. Engine's still at idle. So we need to get into that flap arc pretty dang quick. There's our, almost our flap speed. We'll polish it out by the time we finish here. We'll go 1 notch of flaps, or 2 notches technically. And final flaps. The goal is just to get down as quickly as you can. Engine's still at idle. Let her float in ground effect for a little bit before setting it down on the runway. Or we'll just slam it into the ground and balance it. That works too.
Awesome rotation. You optimized like crazy there.
Right on the brakes. And this is a quick exit, so we can just turn off the runway here. And come to a stop.
Was a piece of cake
Park brake
today.
on.
When you want to go over the details, come by the base.
And we'll go through shutdown. You don't have to do any of this. I'm just doing it for my own mental sanity. Mission success. Let's see how we did. So you can see we're at 100% execution time. Our landing smoothness was not very smooth. And not a lot went wrong other than those artificial errors we had with the calling for takeoff. So that is how to increase your execution time. Key is don't follow that flight path. Set your best angle of climb, 74 knots indicated. Let the aircraft fly itself on GPS. Overextend your leg to the flight corridor for the drop. And then once you're about 2,000-ish feet off of your initial set altitude, in this case it was 10,700. It's usually somewhere around 10.8 or 10.7. It says 10,000 on the mission briefing. That's just wrong. And then obviously the finesse part is staying inside underneath 72 knots inside of the aircraft envelope and then getting down as quickly as possible. Don't be afraid to really push that yellow caution range. But that's it. That's how you can easily S rank and 100% your execution times for your skydive missions and flight sims. That's it for this little short video. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And as always, take it easy.